Have you ever wondered why, despite your deepest desires for connection, you find yourself standing alone, surrounded by a world full of people, yet feeling more isolated than ever? What if I told you this solitude isn't just a coincidence or a matter of bad luck, but something much deeper, something destined? Imagine waking up every day feeling like there's a part of you that others just don't understand, your unique energy, your authenticity, your calling, and realizing that no one truly gets it. Relationships come and go, but the deep, soul-shaking connection you crave? It always seems just out of reach. But here's the twist, it's not that you're meant to be alone. It's that you've been chosen for something greater. Your solitude, your isolation, it's not punishment. It's preparation. Preparation for something much bigger than any fleeting friendship or relationship could ever offer. The truth? Chosen ones are often alone, not by accident, but by design. As we dive deeper into this mystery, prepare to uncover why being alone might just be the most powerful thing that's ever happened to you. This is why chosen ones find themselves without friends and no relationships, because their journey, their purpose, is far beyond what the world understands. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will change everything you thought you knew about loneliness and connection. The journey of self-discovery for chosen ones is often profound and transformative, leading them through deep layers of personal exploration. This process, while empowering, can be isolating, as it demands a significant amount of inner reflection and introspection. The need to go inward and understand one's true essence becomes the priority, leaving little room for superficial interactions or external validation. During this time, chosen ones may retreat from social engagements, not out of desire to be alone, but because they are drawn to their higher calling and the necessity of connecting with their true self. As chosen ones delve deeper into their spiritual nature, they undergo shifts in perception and understanding. What once seemed important in the external world may begin to feel less relevant, while their inner world becomes the focal point. They start to experience a heightened sense of awareness, one that is not easily understood by those who have not embarked on a similar spiritual path. This intense process of self-discovery can lead to feelings of loneliness, as chosen ones may struggle to find others who resonate with their evolving state of being. The isolation felt during this journey is not a sign of being disconnected from the world, but rather a necessary phase of spiritual growth. It is in this solitude that chosen ones are able to shed old identities, unearth their true purpose, and align with the divine essence within them. However, this transformation often comes at the cost of not being easily understood by others. The very depth of their self-awareness may cause a rift in relationships, as others may struggle to comprehend the changes taking place. Ultimately, this intense journey of self-discovery is essential for the chosen one's spiritual evolution. It is through this solitary path that they learn to embrace their authenticity, paving the way for deeper, more meaningful connections when the time is right. For many chosen ones, a deep and unwavering sense of life purpose often becomes the guiding force behind their spiritual journey. This calling is not just a fleeting interest or desire, but a profound, inner knowing that pulls them away from conventional paths and societal expectations. The weight of this purpose is often so powerful that it leads them to make choices that might isolate them from those around them, as their path diverges from the mainstream. As chosen ones embrace their calling, they may find themselves walking a road less traveled, one that requires them to detach from the expectations of family, friends, and society. This shift can feel disorienting, especially when the world around them does not understand the gravity of their mission. In choosing to honor their life purpose, they might experience a sense of loneliness as they move further away from the familiar and the comfortable. The journey can be daunting, as the need to follow a higher calling often takes precedence over social relationships and the pursuit of external validation. This sense of isolation, however, is not a result of rejection or failure, but rather a necessary aspect of their spiritual evolution. The realization that they must walk alone to fulfill their divine mission is both humbling and liberating. It allows them to develop the inner strength, resilience, and clarity needed to carry out their purpose. The solitude that accompanies this journey provides the space for introspection, connection with their higher self, and alignment with the divine plan for their life. Ultimately, while the journey may seem solitary at times, It is through embracing this isolation that chosen ones prepare themselves for the important work they are called to do. They trust that their path is divinely guided, and that the solitude they experience now is a preparation for the meaningful connections and contributions that lie ahead. Chosen ones often experience a deep inner calling to think and act in ways that are distinct from societal expectations. Their spiritual journeys and personal truths may lead them to question the norms, traditions, and values that the wider society holds dear. This divergence can be unsettling, not only for the chosen ones themselves but also for those around them, who may find it difficult to understand or accept this unconventional way of being. In many cases, chosen ones feel compelled to live authentically, even if it means stepping away from the familiar comforts of social conformity. The tension between their inner truth and the external pressures of society can create a profound sense of isolation. As chosen ones walk their unique paths, they may face judgment or misunderstanding from those who adhere strictly to societal norms. These individuals may find it hard to relate to or appreciate the deeper spiritual insights and unconventional choices that chosen ones embrace. The result is often a feeling of being an outsider, as if they don't belong to the world they find themselves in. This struggle to fit into a conformist society can leave chosen ones with a sense of being misunderstood or out of place. They may long for deeper connections with those who share their perspectives but find it challenging to find others who can truly understand their journey. Despite this isolation, chosen ones are often aware that their purpose is not to conform, but to follow a path of authenticity and spiritual growth. Their mission transcends societal expectations, and while this may lead to temporary feelings of loneliness, it is part of their greater divine purpose. Ultimately, the conflict with societal expectations teaches chosen ones the importance of embracing their unique journey. Their differences are not burdens, but rather blessings that allow them to contribute in ways that others cannot. By trusting in their path, they will eventually find others who resonate with their authenticity, creating meaningful connections that align with their higher calling. For chosen ones, the desire for deep, meaningful conversations is a natural part of their spiritual journey. Their heightened awareness of life's deeper dimensions, such as the nature of the soul, the interconnectedness of all beings, and the purpose of existence, leads them to seek out connections that transcend surface-level exchanges. They yearn to engage in discussions that explore the profound truths of life, share insights about spiritual growth, and reflect on personal experiences of transformation. These conversations are not just about sharing information, but about aligning with others on a soul level, fostering connection, and expanding consciousness. However, in a world that often values superficiality, chosen ones may find themselves struggling to relate to those who are more focused on mundane topics or social pleasantries. Casual conversations that revolve around trivial matters may leave them feeling disconnected or unfulfilled, as they long for a deeper, more authentic exchange. This disconnection can be especially challenging when chosen ones encounter people who seem content with the surface-level interactions that dominate social spaces. Their desire for spiritual and intellectual depth can create a sense of loneliness, as they may feel misunderstood or isolated in a world that doesn't always prioritize the exploration of deeper topics. This difficulty in relating to surface-level conversations is not a rejection of others, but rather an acknowledgement of the chosen one's spiritual sensitivity and awareness. The desire for depth is a reflection of their inner growth and their quest for truth, making shallow interactions feel like a disconnect from their true essence. While they may appreciate casual interactions for their own value, it is the meaningful, heartfelt dialogues that nourish their soul and provide the connection they seek. As they continue on their path, chosen ones may find that their circle of like-minded individuals becomes smaller, but the relationships they form will be deeply fulfilling and aligned with their higher purpose. For many chosen ones, the sense of isolation they experience is not only linked to their current life but also to unresolved issues from past lives. They may carry within them the echoes of past experiences, unresolved karma, and emotional wounds that span multiple lifetimes. These karmic imprints can influence their present interactions, often making it difficult to form new relationships or fully connect with others on a deep level. Chosen ones may feel a pull to withdraw and reflect, sensing that the key to their healing and spiritual evolution lies in addressing these past life influences. Karma, the belief that actions from previous lives affect the present, can be a significant factor in the isolation of chosen ones. Unresolved karmic debts, whether stemming from betrayal, emotional pain, or unhealed wounds, can create blocks to forming authentic connections with others. The subconscious carryover of past life experiences often manifests as emotional baggage, making chosen ones more cautious or even fearful when it comes to opening up to others. The weight of these past experiences can lead them to retreat into solitude, seeking the time and space necessary to heal and transcend these wounds. Healing past karmic wounds requires deep introspection and spiritual work, a process that cannot be rushed. It is through solitude that chosen ones are able to reflect on these past influences, understand the lessons they were meant to learn, and clear the emotional residue that no longer serves them. This healing journey is intensely personal, requiring a level of inner work that is best done alone, away from distractions and the expectations of others. By engaging in this process, chosen ones can release past karma and move forward with greater emotional freedom, making way for healthier, more meaningful relationships in the future. For many chosen ones, the challenge of setting boundaries can be one of the most difficult aspects of their spiritual journey. Their deeply empathic and compassionate nature often drives them to care for others, sometimes at the expense of their own well-being. Because they are so attuned to the energy and emotions of those around them, they may find it hard to say no or create space between themselves and others. This inability to establish clear boundaries can lead to emotional and energetic depletion, leaving them feeling drained and disconnected from their own essence. Chosen ones are naturally sensitive to the energy of others, absorbing both positive and negative vibrations. While this sensitivity allows them to offer deep support and healing to those they care about, it can also make them susceptible to emotional exhaustion. Without proper boundaries, they can easily find themselves overwhelmed by the emotional weight of others' issues or the demands placed upon them. This can be especially draining when they feel responsible for others' emotions or are constantly giving of their energy without receiving the same level of support in return. As a result, solitude becomes a necessary practice for chosen ones to restore their energy and reconnect with their own spiritual core. Time alone provides them with the space to recharge, reflect, and regain their balance. It is in solitude that they can recalibrate and protect their energy, allowing them to return to the world with a clearer sense of purpose and strength. Establishing healthy boundaries is not only essential for their emotional well-being but also for their spiritual growth. By learning to set limits and protect their energy, chosen ones can maintain balance and avoid burnout. This practice allows them to engage with the world from a place of strength and authenticity, ensuring that their compassion and healing energy are not depleted in ways that hinder their own growth. For chosen ones, isolation is often not a sign of weakness, but a powerful tool for personal empowerment. In solitude, they find the space and clarity needed to reconnect with their inner strength and wisdom, free from the noise and distractions of the outside world. This period of isolation offers them the opportunity to tap into the deep well of their own spiritual energy, enabling them to listen to their true self without external influences shaping their thoughts or decisions. In the quiet of solitude, chosen ones can reclaim their power by separating themselves from societal pressures and the expectations placed upon them by others. Society often imposes norms, roles, and standards that can cloud the clarity of one's true identity. By stepping away from these external influences, chosen ones can define who they are on their own terms, without feeling the need to conform or fit into predefined boxes. This process of self-definition is essential for spiritual growth, as it allows them to shed the layers of societal conditioning and step into their authentic power. Solitude becomes a sacred space for chosen ones to cultivate their authentic self, free from the judgments or opinions of others. In this time, they can explore their deepest truths, align with their spiritual purpose, and make decisions that are in harmony with their true essence. This deep inner work allows them to emerge stronger, clearer, and more aligned with their higher calling. While the world may not always understand their need for solitude, it is in these quiet moments that chosen ones can reconnect with their divine essence, fortify their personal power, and move forward with renewed strength and purpose. Isolation, therefore, is not a limitation but a crucial phase of spiritual empowerment, where the chosen ones cultivate their true self in preparation for the meaningful work they are destined to do. For chosen ones, isolation often serves a higher purpose that is deeply connected to divine timing. The universe, in its wisdom, orchestrates these periods of solitude as part of a larger plan, preparing them for the life mission they are destined to fulfill. While this isolation can sometimes feel lonely or challenging, it is not a random occurrence. It is carefully timed to ensure that they are ready for the relationships, opportunities, and spiritual growth that will align with their true purpose. Divine timing ensures that everything unfolds at the right moment, and chosen ones are often placed in solitude when they are meant to focus on their inner journey. This time allows them to heal, grow, and develop the strength and clarity needed to fulfill their higher calling. Through solitude, they gain the insight and understanding necessary to navigate their path with wisdom, and they are prepared to meet the people and circumstances that will aid them in their mission. By embracing this time of reflection and preparation, chosen ones can more fully appreciate how the universe is aligning everything in their life for their ultimate good. Trusting in divine timing is key for chosen ones to navigate their period of isolation with grace. It can be difficult to see the bigger picture while in solitude, but understanding that their path is unfolding in perfect timing helps them accept the solitude as a necessary part of their spiritual journey. Instead of feeling frustrated or isolated, they can embrace the time alone as an opportunity to strengthen their connection to their higher self, trusting that it is preparing them for the relationships and opportunities that will bring them closer to their true purpose. The timing of their life's unfolding is divinely guided, and every moment of isolation serves to prepare them for what lies ahead. For chosen ones, the fear of rejection can be one of the most profound obstacles on their spiritual journey. Their unique energy and authenticity often set them apart from others, and while this distinctiveness is a gift, it can also make them feel vulnerable to judgment or misunderstanding. The fear that others may not accept them for who they truly are can create a powerful barrier, preventing them from fully engaging with new people or forming deep connections. This fear of rejection often stems from an innate awareness that their path is different from the mainstream. Chosen ones are typically in touch with a higher calling or deeper truths that are not always understood or embraced by those around them. This awareness can create a sense of being an outsider, leading to doubts about whether others can truly understand or accept them. As a result, they may withdraw into solitude to protect themselves from potential hurt, reinforcing feelings of isolation. The possibility of being judged for their authenticity can be paralyzing, causing chosen ones to hesitate before opening up to others. This reluctance to engage can perpetuate a cycle of isolation, as they avoid social interactions out of fear that their true selves will not be appreciated or accepted. Ironically, the very fear of rejection can prevent the deep, meaningful connections they long for, as they hold themselves back from allowing others to see their true essence. Overcoming the fear of rejection requires chosen ones to embrace their authenticity without fear of judgment. By recognizing that their uniqueness is their strength, they can learn to trust that those who are meant to be in their lives will accept and resonate with their true selves. Releasing the fear of rejection allows them to step into relationships that are grounded in mutual understanding and genuine connection, breaking the cycle of isolation and opening the door to authentic companionship. For chosen ones, nature often acts as a sacred sanctuary, a place where they can recharge, reconnect, and heal from the emotional and energetic burdens of daily life. The natural world, with its vast landscapes, calming sounds, and inherent beauty, offers a sense of peace that is often difficult to find in human interactions. In the stillness of nature, chosen ones can experience a deep spiritual connection, one that is not influenced by the chaos, distractions, or judgments of society. This connection to the earth allows them to ground themselves and regain a sense of clarity that can sometimes be elusive in the hustle of modern life. The solitude found in nature serves as a restorative force, providing chosen ones with the space they need to release accumulated stress, negative emotions, and external energies. Nature's ability to restore balance is deeply spiritual. It offers a vibration that resonates with the soul, helping to recalibrate the energy of those who may feel emotionally drained or disconnected. By immersing themselves in natural surroundings, chosen ones can cleanse their aura, heal from emotional wounds, and regain the inner peace necessary for their spiritual growth. In solitude, nature offers a safe haven where chosen ones can experience emotional healing away from the energy of other people. The absence of external emotional influences allows them to hear their own thoughts more clearly and reconnect with their inner wisdom. Whether it's the sound of a flowing river, the rustling of trees, or the vastness of the sky, nature provides a spiritual nourishment that cannot be replicated by human interaction. In this peaceful space, chosen ones can reflect on their journey, find clarity, and restore the balance necessary to continue their path with renewed strength and purpose. For chosen ones, the desire for authentic connection runs deep within their spiritual being. They yearn for relationships that are not merely based on surface-level interactions, but are grounded in true authenticity and mutual growth. These deep connections allow for the sharing of souls, the exchange of wisdom, and a profound understanding of one another's spiritual journey. Chosen ones seek individuals who resonate with their true essence, who share similar values, and who are committed to personal and spiritual growth. For them, relationships are not just about companionship but about expanding their consciousness and evolving together. Superficial or unbalanced relationships, on the other hand, can leave chosen ones feeling disconnected and emotionally unsatisfied. They are highly attuned to the energy of others and can quickly sense when a relationship lacks depth or authenticity. Such interactions, while pleasant on the surface, can feel hollow, leaving them yearning for something more meaningful. In these relationships, chosen ones often feel as though they are giving more of themselves than they are receiving, leading to emotional fatigue and spiritual depletion. This deep desire for true soul-level connections can lead chosen ones to experience prolonged periods of solitude. They may find themselves withdrawing from relationships that do not meet their spiritual and emotional needs, awaiting the arrival of those who can truly match their energy. This time of isolation is not necessarily a sign of loneliness but a necessary phase of spiritual preparation. During this period, chosen ones focus on their own growth, nurturing their connection to their higher self and aligning with their true purpose. In time, they trust that the right relationships, those that align with their true selves, will manifest, creating bonds that are both spiritually enriching and deeply fulfilling. For chosen ones, the fear of emotional entanglement can be a powerful force that shapes their relationships and interactions. Due to their heightened sensitivity to energy, they may avoid deep emotional connections out of concern for the potential emotional drain and complexity that often accompany such bonds. This fear is not necessarily a reluctance to connect with others, but rather a deep-rooted need to preserve their emotional and energetic integrity. Chosen ones tend to value emotional clarity and freedom, and the idea of becoming entangled in a relationship that demands excessive emotional investment can feel overwhelming or burdensome. The fear of emotional entanglement often stems from past experiences where chosen ones may have encountered toxic or draining relationships. These past experiences can leave lasting imprints, making them wary of forming connections that could lead to emotional depletion. The complexities of deep, dependent relationships, where one partner may become overly reliant or where unhealthy dynamics take root, can make chosen ones hesitant to fully engage. They may perceive these relationships as potentially stifling to their spiritual growth and personal freedom. Additionally, this fear may come from an innate understanding that their journey requires a certain level of emotional independence. Chosen ones are often on a path of personal and spiritual growth that requires emotional clarity and inner peace. Emotional entanglements can disrupt this sense of balance, leading them to seek relationships that honor their need for freedom and self-expression. They understand that to fully fulfill their divine mission, they must maintain their emotional and energetic integrity. Ultimately, the fear of emotional entanglement is a protective mechanism that allows chosen ones to navigate relationships with discernment. It serves as a reminder that their spiritual and emotional well-being must be prioritized, and that only relationships that nurture and support their higher purpose should be embraced. Thank you so much for watching and diving deep into the mystery of why chosen ones often find themselves alone. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into your spiritual journey. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced isolation on your path? Or do you relate to the idea of being a chosen one walking a unique journey? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts or experiences. Let's continue this conversation and support one another in embracing the power of our solitude. Until next time, trust your path, trust your purpose, and remember, you're never truly alone on this journey. Stay connected, and I'll see you in the next video.